Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are around the world. It's good to see you again today. My name is Jim Wagner, and I'm with Team Posicast, Dave's group, and I'll be doing your presentation today. Um, a little bit of a glitch. I've got two computers, and they're showing different times. So I held off until the time that I think it is hit 2 o'clock, which is the time we're scheduled to start. But on this computer, it shows that we're 5 minutes late. But anyway, we're going to get started here in just a minute. So anyway, welcome everyone. And let me start by sharing my screen. I will say I have Sylvie here to help me today, and she's wonderful. She helps me all the time, and I really appreciate that. And let me just go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Again, welcome to Ripple Reward Solutions. This is our informational training session. Again, put your phones on vibrate and don't record this. We ask you to do that so you can get the latest version out to the public and the community. So, let me get to my PowerPoint here. Okay. All right. So, our famous saying at Ripple is play, enjoy, win, share, and give back to one who needs it. Folks, you're going to find this is the greatest program that you'll ever see where everybody wins. I mean, there is not a loser in this one. Everybody wins in these programs, and you're going to see that as we go through this. This is an informational training session. Again, my name is Jim Wagner, and today is Tuesday, September 18th. And we're looking forward to a good program today and share with you some of the things that are going on. So first thing I want to tell you is don't overthink this. This is very basic. It comes from the world of reward points. And everybody should be familiar with that because you see them all the time. Airlines, hotels, grocery stores, games. Everybody is offering points. I should say almost everybody is offering points because it's a great way for them to offer you some things that you use to get back in their store again. That's what they do. They give you some points. I got grocery store that I shop at gives me points for gas, and I purchase gas there. Save a lot of money on gas, but I have to use them in there. Rewards Ripple is different because it doesn't matter. There's all kinds of ways that you can redeem those points for all kinds of different items. So having said that, and you'll see as we go through this, that we are a totally different thing or opportunity to get into the world of reward points. But to get you started, let me show you a quick video about what Ripple is all about. Okay, hang on just a second here.
Welcome to Rewards Ripple Solutions, better known as Ripple. This is a quick video intro of what Ripple offers to their members. As you know, there are many opportunities being offered on the social sites about making you rich with their next big product. As you and I know, they are not always what they say they are. So let me begin by telling you we're not a business opportunity or a get-rich-quick scheme. Ripple is a free platform designed to help charities and struggling people around the world. The Ripple platform allows you to earn free points daily, which you divide 50-50 with a national charity, and use your points for your day-to-day necessities. Let's explain. Every time you play or participate in any of Ripple programs, you're always helping charities around the world. And the best thing is you have the opportunity to pick which charity you want to earn points for, and can change that whenever you want. On the Rewards Ripple platform, we offer many different games, surveys, and postings you can post on your social environment, where you receive points. Then these points you can use on the Ripple auction site. Yes, that's what we said. You earn free points where you can use them to bid on your day-to-day necessities, like groceries, hygiene products, food, and many other items that you may be short of in your day-to-day life. Wow, you may say, but it even gets better. Sometimes we all get behind on our bills, whether it's rent or your utility bills, or maybe you are late on a student loan or credit card payment. Well, just go to the auction site and bid on Make My Payment for Me. Crazy, right? But it doesn't stop there. Additionally, on the auction site, there are luxury items, things like cruises and vacations, airline tickets, even cash money, and all these are free to you if you win the bid. The more games you play in, and the more postings you post, the more points you receive. Then simply place your bid on the product you want. And don't forget, every time you win, your points are divided 50-50 with the charity you are playing for. And guess what? they can go to the charity side of our auction site and bid just like you. In fact, we are setting a new standard for charitable organizations, as they don't have any of the red tape they normally have to go through with a traditional donation. It's simple. Let's say the nonprofit organization is looking for a pallet of water or warm clothes. They just place a bid on a pallet of water, or the warm clothes they are looking for. And if they win the bid, the product is immediately shipped to the people or organization they are trying to help. It truly is a game changer for charitable organizations. Think about it. As soon as they win the bid, the product is on the way to make a difference. No red tape, just true results. In the meantime, let me tell you how this can be life-changing for you and your family. Every time you refer somebody to this exciting program, you get 20% of their winning share of points, and what's even better, 10% of their winning share of points goes to your fundraising program or vacation fund. Make sure you visit our website to get a full understanding how our referral and fundraising programs work. So sign up and start telling your friends and family or anybody you meet about Ripple, as every time they play and win, you win points. And it even gets better. With some of our partners, you can even win real cash all for playing in their games. So again, share this new incredible platform with your friends and family, which will make a difference in their life just like yours, as they can win their day-to-day necessities just like you. And remember, it can be anything from groceries, pay a bill, or cash. And don't forget, if they win, you win. At the same time, you are doing your part by playing for charities and winning points to make a difference to the people who need the help. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is truly to help charitable organizations and struggling individuals. At the same time, make a little difference in your life by getting the day-to-day necessities or the odd luxury items. How can you do this, you may ask? It's real simple. Our advertisers play an 8 to 12 seconds video in our games, advertising their products that fit your profile. And if you want to purchase through the ad, you often are giving a discount. By you watching the advertising, Ripple generates an income that we purchase products for the auction site, where you are able to bid on the items that you want. This is truly a win-win situation for everybody. Sign up now and let's make a difference. We thank you for being part of this game-changing platform, raising funds for charitable organizations around the world. The revolution starts now. So make sure you join us on one of our weekly webinars to find out more. As we say at Ripple, play, enjoy, win, share, and give back to one who needs it.
Okay, that's our video, and that you'll want to share with as many people as you possibly can, and you'll see why in just a minute. But the video shows that we are a game changer. This is different. This is not your typical rewards program. First of all, you're playing for charity. Anytime you win points, you're going to split them 50-50 with the charity of your choice. Now, sometimes we're going to give all those points to a charity if there's a special event that we're trying to raise points for them so that they can get some special things like a disaster or something. But I would say most of the time it's going to be 50-50 split. So we want to create something that's going to be good for everybody, not just you, but also the charities and also the sponsors. And you're going to see how the sponsors benefit from this in a second. So it's going to be a different program. So what we started out to do some things, and we had some simple goals that we wanted to do. And here's what they were. We don't want to create a burden. We don't want to have you have to go out in your pocket for anything. We also want to create a fulfillment and satisfaction, and also a solution for you. And at the same time, we want to create excitement. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, there's zero cost to become a member and to begin earning points. Zero cost. So how do you lose when there's zero cost and you go in and play a fun game? It's, again, win-win. And we also are trying to help charities to create a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. You know as well as I do that charities are hurting. They are having all kinds of problems raising the money that they need, and they'll send letters and maybe things on TV or radio or whatever asking for donations. Well, now you have an opportunity to help them, because in many cases you can only help a few. Now you have an opportunity to help a lot of them, depending on which one you choose, and it's going to give you that fulfillment and satisfaction that you're looking for because you've been helping charities around the world. What about yourself? Do you have financial help? Do you need it? Most people do. Well, there's a solution, because the points that you get, you can use for your own personal needs. And along the way, we want to create excitement. Everybody wants to be a winner. And in our program, everybody is. So how do you get those points that you need? Well, first of all, there's several different ways. Number one, referrals. And I'll show you how that's going to work in a second. The winner's circle. you're going to be excited when you see that one. Match It. That's our first game coming out. And I'm going to go into a little more detail with Match It in just a minute. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the sports games that we're going to be coming up with very, very shortly. We already have some agreements in place with things like the National Football League, some boxing organizations, and some international games around the world that are just waiting for us to go through our launch procedures, make sure everything's in place, ready to go. And they're on board. They want to be part of what we're doing because they can see the value of being able to have people have their constituents play in games, win points for themselves and also for their organization, which they can then in turn get things for their mission and goals. So these new sports games, we call it Have Your Say. How it's going to work is before the game starts, we're going to ask you a set of questions. You answer those questions. If you're right, you get points. And then during the game, it's going to be interactive. And they might say, like, if it's a football game, is the next play going to be a pass or a run? And if you get it right, you get points. And little things like that. But it keeps you active, keeps you watching, and also it's going to allow you to earn points. And you can play along with your friends and family at the same time and make it a real fun thing. Also, you can earn points by posting banners. We'll put them in your website and your personal page. And you can go in, pick the banners, put it on your social media. Every time you post, you get points. Surveys. The sponsors that we have are looking for feedback. So they will send you a survey. Every time you fill out a survey, you get points. And also they may offer, if you fill it out, they may also offer you something in return. Like, come in next time, we'll give you 10% off your bill. Or maybe buy one, get one free. It all depends. It's entirely up to the organizations. And we have much, much more to come. And you're going to be really excited to see all the different things that we have coming. So then what do you do with those points? Well, first of all, we've already told you with the video that it's going to be an auction. So you're going to take those points and you're going to convert them into your day-to-day necessities. And this is a sample of what an auction site's going to look like. You're going to go in, you're going to bid on one or more of these items. If you're the top bidder, you get it immediately. And there's going to be all kinds of categories that we have. And you may look at this and say, well, there's nothing on there that fits my needs or my country's needs. Well, let us know, because I do accept suggestions. And we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to bid on some of the items that are really important to their particular community. So let me show you how the auction works, because it's a little different than the typical auction. We call it the second chance auction. And here's why. After 3 unsuccessful bids on an item, you lose the points that you just bid. But you don't lose them. They go into a holding bucket that then is equally shared company-wide November 1st of each calendar year. Why November 1st? Well, that's the time of the year when most of the holidays are. People are looking for ways that they can get food or gifts or many different things that they need around the holidays. This is an opportunity. If you lost your points in a bid, you can get them back and many, many more, because here's how it's going to work. The example here shows Tom and Sue, the only two bidding on this particular item. Let's say it's a food basket. Well, Tom bids 10, Sue 11, and so forth, all the way down. Tom bids 14. Now, it's Tom's third bid. So if he gets it at that point, he's thankful and he moves on. If he doesn't, he loses those points. And Sue comes in and bids 15, and she gets the item. Now, Tom is not lost, but he has those points put into that holding bucket. If he decides he wants to go on and bid again, he can still bid, but it's points now in addition to the 14 that he put in. So his first one that he put in, he's actually bidding 16 points, but he would have to bid 16, and that's in addition to the 14 that he already lost. So in many cases, you're not going to go more than 3 bids. So charities are different, and here's how the charities work. First of all, there's a special auction just for charities. We don't want charities to have to compete with their members. We have a special charity thing, and because their needs are different than their members' individual needs are, and charities can also let their members know, hey, if you play in these games, you can play for us, and we're going to, let's say we need a new roof on our building, or we're trying to do some landscaping, or any of a number of different things. You can let the people know that anything that they bid on, we're going to use to try to bid on. I mean, anything that they win, we're going to try to bid on these particular items. So people, it'll encourage people to go in and play more games, and they win on both cases. They win for themselves, and they also win for the charity. Second of all, charities don't lose their points when they lose a bid. We don't want to penalize any of the charities, and we want them to be able to get the things that they need to fulfill their mission and goals. Thirdly, charities are going to be listed among those that the players can choose from when they enter the games. And the first thing they're going to do is pick a charity, and so you're going to be listed among the charities that people can play for. It's huge. And then next thing, the 8 to 15 second video goes right along with being listed. That 8 to 15 second video is placed in a rotation of videos that players watch before they can play in the game. And then finally, a link to your website will be placed on Ripple's website. All three of these things add up to more exposure for your organization. Two things that charities mostly are looking for: additional funds and more exposure, because more exposure means more funds, obviously, but also means maybe more volunteers and an opportunity to share their mission and goals with people around the world. So what does a charity have to do to get involved? It's very simple. First thing you have to do is let us know and sign up. Fill out the form, sign up, let us know that you want to be in. Second thing, get approved. Not everybody gets approved, but most everybody will. But we don't want to put somebody in there that's not a legitimate charity. We want a legitimate charity that's doing something in their community. So it should be very simple for most of you to get approved. Then we want you to let each charity to let your supporters know the following. First of all, that they can play in free games and get points for themselves in charity, like I was just mentioning. Then also let them know that those points can be used to bid in auctions, and to show them the different things that they can bid on. I mean, this is huge. And like we said, it could be everyday necessities, or it could be luxury items. And charities get to bid on the things that they need for their mission and goals. Then you want to share the Ripple video with them. Let us do the work for you. You don't have to tell them everything that's going on with Ripple, but you'll be able to enhance it once they watch the video. They'll have some questions, and you'll be able to answer them, because we'll work with you. Then you also want to post information about Ripple on your website. Very important. Put it out there. Let people know that there's an opportunity for them to help you, in addition to helping themselves. Use social media to promote Ripple. Again, it's only going to help you. And finally, supply us with that short video about your mission and goals. Do all those, and you're going to be in good shape for getting points and promoting this to people who then will know about your organization. So let me back up and share with you a little bit about Match It, the game Match It, how it works, and then how the points get split and and the percentages that you have. The first thing when you go to Match It, the first thing they're going to ask you to do is pick a charity. And there's going to be a list that'll pop up. You just pick one of the lists, and pick on it, and you can change it anytime you want. The next thing for the game, you're going to have to pick a pattern. Now, the game itself starts at 12:01 Monday morning and ends at 11:59 Saturday night. We don't play games on Sunday. And how it works is a new number comes up every 6 hours, and it stays up for 12. But it doesn't automatically come up. How it works is, if you look at the bottom, you see the number. Now, this is after this following thing has been shown. The first thing you're going to see is there's going to be an icon that says, click on this icon to see a video before your number is revealed. So you click on it, and that 8 to 15-second video that I was telling you about comes up, and you watch it. And after you watch it, it'll take you back to this site, and your number is then revealed. If it is part of your pattern, it'll turn gold, like it is in the pattern on the right, and you get points for that. Every time you get a number that is in your pattern, you get points. If it's not in there, it turns red, like the ones you see there. But that's not a bad thing either, because after your number is revealed, and it's not part of your pattern, they take you back to the site of the company that had the 8 to 15-second video that you watched. And many times they're going to offer you a discount or an opportunity to get involved with something else, and something that'll be to your benefit. So everything in this is a win-win for everybody. So yeah, and then if your whole pattern show comes through, then you get a lot more points. So it's a fun game to play, and you can actually play it in less than 2 or 3 minutes a day, because, like I said before, the numbers come up every 6 hours and stay up for 12. So let's say the first number comes up. The first number would come up at 12:01. The second number comes up at 6:01. You're not up at that time. That's okay, because at 6:01 now you've got two numbers up, the one from 12:01 and the one from 6:01. So at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or even 9 o'clock, you can go in and you can play both numbers and get both numbers filled, and do the same thing at night. After 6 o'clock in the evening, you can do both numbers, the 12 o'clock number and the 6 o'clock number. So it's a fun game. It's easy to play. It doesn't take much time, and it's an opportunity for you to earn points. Like I said, this points are the name of the game. You want to continue to play this on a regular basis every day, because it doesn't take much time, and it's easy to earn points. So how then, once you have those points, how are they split? Well, again, we said, like before, every time you win, 50-50 split, you get 50%, and your charity gets 50%. And then once you have your 50%, this is how it works. And I'm gonna take the picture on the right and expand it and change it just a little bit. Here's how it works. And the column on the left, Sue has just won a game. She's won a game, and she's got let's for sake of argument, let's say she won 200 points. Well, she doesn't get 200 points. She only gets 100 points. But now that 100 points is again split. And Sue, of that 100 points, she gets 20%. You say, wow, she won 200 points and she gets 20% of just 100 points. And you think, poor Sue, that doesn't seem like it's fair. And why would I want to play a game that I only get 20%? Well, here's why. Let's put Sue at the top, okay? In this case, let's look at you. Anytime, since you introduced this program to Tom, and Tom introduced it to Sue, Tom and you also get 20% of Sue's points, the points that she won. So if Sue is now at the top, she's going to be very happy, because here's how it would work. In this particular case, you're just showing one person. But how many Toms do you know? Let's just say 10. Let's say you know 10. Now, again, they were looking before, try to get 25, and you'll see why in a second. But let's just say 10, and you know 10 Toms. Those 10 Toms know 10. So now, instead of just 10 on your second line, you're going to have 100 on your third line. And so now, anybody in that third line of your winning line that wins in a game, you're going to get 20 points. That's hundreds. That's 100 people that whenever they play, they win. And you're not limited to 100. You could have thousands, even millions of people on that third winning line. And every time any of them play in a game and they win, you get 20% of their points. So you see why it's important to refer people to this program, because that's where the points are. That's where you're going to get most of your points. And that equals 60%. The other 10%, of the 70%, goes to the winner circle. And I'll show you exactly how that works in a second. So let's look at now what the additional 30% that go to charities. See how that works out. Sue, let's look at Sue again. Again, she won 200 points. Well, how many of those points do you think go to her charity? None. Zero. You're going to say, whoa, poor Sue. She's got six. She only got 20% of the 100, and now she gets nothing for her charity. Yeah, but look what happens. In this particular scenario, let's look. We've now added a third level to your winning line. So in this case, Paul had recommended you. You recommended Tom. Tom recommended Sue. Using the same case that I just showed you before, where you have 10 and Tom gets 10, now we add a third level. So now in those 10, so in this case, you would get 10, Tom would get 10, and now instead of 100, now you've got 1,000 people. So every time, in this particular case, look at Paul. If Sue was at the top now, every time she would win, she would get 10% of the winnings of 1,000 people. So you think it's worth it for her to give up her winnings and get zero to get 10% of 1,000 people? You bet it is. So it shows the importance of referring people, getting as many people in your winning line. So how do you get points for referrals? Well, first of all, you get 5 points for every new member you register. Then you get an additional 25 points when you have 25 referrals. So get as many people in as you possibly can. Get it now while it's new, because once this thing starts, it's going to snowball very, very quickly. And you want to make sure that you have a good start on your winning line so that you can take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you here. So winner's circle. You're going to love this. This is amazing. That 10% that goes to the winner's circle, you guys qualify for this for doing just two things. First of all, participate in one auction per month, which we'll get started with shortly, and sign up one new member. That's it. You sign up, you do that, and you're a member of our winner's circle. And there's only going to be 100,000 members. I mean, don't forget, this is going to be an organization that's going to have millions and millions of people around the world. And we're only going to have 100,000 in the winner's circle. And so what's going to happen is all those points that go into the winner's circle, at the end of each month, they're divided equally to everybody who's in the winner's circle. And this is going to go on forever. So you have an opportunity every month to get additional points. So take advantage of that. Get going. Get as many people in as you possibly can. And then share with them, have them get people in, because it doesn't matter where the points come from. It doesn't have to come from your people. It can come from anywhere in the world. But every time anything that goes into that winner's circle, you're going to get a split equally with the 100,000 people that are part of the program. So you might be saying again, and it was shown on the video, but where does the money come to pay for the products? Well, it comes from the sponsors. Sponsors are very interested in sharing their products, obviously. So they take a portion of their incredible marketing budget and put it into a program like ours. And we're already in negotiations with a number of these organizations. And so each time we have people that watch their videos, they're more than happy to give us a certain amount of money because they're getting their word out. And many times, like I said before, they're going to be offering discounts and anything that they can do to get more people into their program. That's the purpose of advertising. And so we're just taking advantage of what they normally are going to spend money on, except they're going to spend it with us. So, well, how do you get referrals? Well, in your back office, there's going to be a QR code. You can just have somebody scan the QR code. But if you find that people are not that literate, there's the code right directly underneath it. And there's a spot where you can just click copy the code, and it copies it, and you can send them that code in an email. And once they fill that form out, they are linked to you forever. And so anything that they do or anything that the people that they refer and do are part of your group. So take advantage of that. Again, there are no losers in this. Everybody wins. And we want to continue to be winners as we go forward from here. So that's about it. What I have for today. I will tell you, make sure you're on the call on Saturday at noon with Dave. As you know, he's doing some traveling this week. And you want to be on that call so you can see what took place and what he was able to get accomplished during the week as he's been traveling. And also get back to the person who invited you to the call. so that you can get registered and get going. And also try to get as many charities to come on this with you, because charities, when they see this, absolutely love it. And they're excited about what we can do for them. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for your time. We'll see you on the next training, and say thank you again, and God bless.